Hi everyone, Scorp here, continuing the Project Gemini playthrough of Duelist the Roses. Today I'm going to show off all of the Deckmasters that I put in the game. Deckmaster S is what you're supposed to use at the beginning of the game. I think you should probably face this person around after Mako, Joey-ish. If you try him at the very beginning, he's probably going to wreck you a little bit. He's pretty strong. So this guy is going to use basically a water deck. He has some very good things you can farm from him early game. He has Change Slime, as well as he has Violet Rains. He also has Beast King of the Swamps, which if you farm him really early in the game, those are great cards for dealing with big opponent creatures. So I do have to recommend going and fighting this guy at some point. I didn't fight him as early as I could have. I'm also pretty certain that one of those cards that he's played is a Change Slime. So I think his AI might have broken. It did. And it broke to a Change Slime, which is wonderful. Both Change Slime and Beast King of the Swamps are great cards for going 1-for-1 with opponent's cards. So if your opponent plays something really obnoxious, like a 4,000 attack Rose Spectre of the Dun or something, you can deal with it. Oh, well. I kind of knew I was going to tie that. I was hoping it was this card back here that was the Change Slime, but what are you going to do? Well, that sure is a hand. He also has the fusion for Crab Turtle in his deck. That being 30,000 Year White Turtle plus Kanekabuto. So if you wanted that early. I also just left Crab Turtle available in the slots. He also has Time Seal. And we've pretty much drawn the heavy end of our deck, so... there's probably also Tears of the Mermaid in his deck, if you want a good trap to play early game. But as you guys can probably see, he's playing pretty strong stuff, so he's not the world's easiest person to just go and beat up. He's not nearly as weak as the Mystical Sand from the Redux mod. So with this guy down, just wanted to show you what this guy was about. Also, I'd recommend using this field. It's kind of a mirror of what the Mystical Sand deck was using, so... So yeah, there's a whole bunch of good cards you can get from this. Definitely recommend it. Especially if you're playing like a water deck or something. So don't forget to save once you've gotten your cards. I am going to go back to the title screen, and I'm going to use Cheat Engine to swap to a different deck leader. If you don't, or deck master, if you don't know how to do that, go check out my video on doing that. You can also use the cheats within PCSX2 to do this, but I am just doing it with Cheat Engine because I find it easier. Next up is Ill Witch. This is a light spellcaster deck for you to deal with. This way you can get Book of Secret Arts. I did leave Book of Secret Arts in the Reincarnation pool, but if you wanted to farm it, this is how I'd recommend it. So, oh, this isn't exactly the right field for this. This is the variant that I made for a fairy beater at the end. But this is a very good deck to get cards like Happy Lover from, Ray and Temperature. Some amounts of Mystical Elf is available here. Or Unhappy Maiden. But the AI doesn't know how to play this deck at all. It has no understanding that Mystical Elf is good. So I'd recommend playing this on a more mountainous field. Again, we're just pretty much destroying his fairies and whatnot, so... I think I'm going to take a note, though, to actually update this, this opponent a little bit to make him slightly stronger. I think I'll switch it over to a fairy deck leader and that kind of stuff. But anyways, this isn't going to be a tremendously difficult opponent. These deck masters aren't tremendously hard because you can set the field to be in your favor instead of in their favor. And I would highly recommend doing that if necessary. We just watched this exact battle on a different terrain. they're not much of a battle when you're just destroying everything with Zera the Mant. So this is another one that'll be available to you. And again, I would recommend doing these earlier, at least these two. But if you do these relatively early on in your playthrough, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Especially with all of these rewards you can get. And we got 2 Trihorn Dragons, which we don't really care about as a Fiend deck, but it's not terrible. So I'll probably make a couple changes to it, but it'll be on default map 23, is where you'll want to fight them. And then there is another one. So I will just go ahead and change this to 4. And go back in. And now this guy is meant to be more of a, like, one of the later game bosses. But I didn't have anywhere to really give a beast deck for you to face. So here's the field that I came up with wanting you to play this on. This guy is relatively strong. Beasts are quite strong in this mod because of all of the deck leader abilities I gave them. Since their base ability is quite lacking. Like, their creature's base stats are pretty bad. This guy is gonna play Ruryokus and stuff on you, so just be ready for dealing with stuff like that. I will keep a Dianketo down just for when he Ruryokus me. The second time, probably. I may have made a mistake here and actually wasted one of my summoning points, but it's okay. We have so many of them in this duel, it's going to take a while because this field has so many Labyrinth Terrain tiles in the way. And, of course, we're not drawing the cards that we need to, so... I also slightly changed up the Super War Lion fusion. So you're going to need a Sleeping Lion, plus either King Tiger Wenku or Leogun. So this is really supposed to be like fighting in a valley that's full of trees with mountains on either side. Definitely it would be an unfortunate place to take a battle at, but I don't mind the field. I kind of like it. Unfortunately, the Deckmaster doesn't really have the world's greatest AI. Also, we still have yet to get a Yami from anyone. Oh yeah, increased resistance for same-type friendlies is kind of annoying. Oh, sir. Well, he just took a Gravity Bind. was gonna actually be kind of sad if his King Tiger was actually stronger than my Chakra. Although Chakra would just respawn, so it doesn't matter too much. Goodbye, King Tiger. So that's a gravity bind that he just put in front of my creature. So we'll play around that one. What was that? Oh, a Goblin Fan. Yeah, Goblin Fan will be great if we can grab it from this guy. What else do we just take? That's a Mimicat. Okay. And nothing. So he didn't play his Ruryokus or his Mirror Forces, which was very convenient for us. Let's try to grab that Goblin Fan. Hey, we got it. We'll be using this later. You can also get Mimicat from this guy, along with the King Tigers, the Super War Lion stuff. It's pretty good. His deck's not bad for you to go farm early if you can actually beat him. If you're going to try to farm him early, I'd recommend not fighting him on this intended field. I would fight him on a field that's good for you. So with that, we'll go ahead and go back to campaign. And I think we have time for about one more duel. So we'll go ahead and do one more here. And it's time for Richard Slicing of York. Oh, I should have probably thrown in the Catapult Turtle for this. Oh, well. So this field, it's like a battlefield where something really bad has happened in the middle, and there's a lot of damage, so there's this gigantic mess in the middle. Fortunately for, or unfortunately for you, I believe I put the hidden card dead center of that. We'll just do this. And yeah, it would be really nice if we could have actually gotten a Yami at some point through this playthrough. There are multiple people that have Yamis, it's just hard to get the AI to actually play a field spell. Also, trying to get Richard's AI to actually be capable is so impossible. They definitely made his AI, so he doesn't actually know what he's doing. I'm wanting him to attack that outside of his leader range. Just so I can do more damage to it. But he plays pretty decently for making Flame Cerberuses every turn. Just unfortunately for him, almost everyone's probably at a really strong point in the game at this point. And even though he has like burn spells, like Tremendous Fire and Just as Earth, at this point in the game, that's just not dangerous enough. But I don't think that he deserved Wirioku's or anything, so he's kind of on the easier side. Honestly, with me wrecking him with Fiends is kind of eye-opening. Maybe I'll see what I can do to make him a little better. But it is already pretty annoying to play against Pyros. If only he'd actually face-up defense these Molten Behemoths. Maybe I'll play around with his AI some more. Get him to use a different AI that actually is competent. There I go, using words that I know that can never describe this game's AI. Move this in first. I do know that I have given him a Widespread Ruin, so, or 3, which can blow up your big creatures, so, I mean, if you're gonna power up a bunch of Pumpkins and then go attack him, you might actually have a pretty bad day. Oh, that's nice and big. I think we've seen Chakra and Zera the Mant attack one too many times already. Well, hey, he didn't have a trap, so he at least moved. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't know how to play this game. Bad AI is bad. So I'm at a point where I am at a very unfortunate amount of time left in this game to get through it. Because, like, the next 2 fights are relatively long. So we can get through this, and then I'll probably go try to take down Darkness Ruler or something. That way I can get in one more reincarnation before we go deal with Kaiba. Kaiba's pretty strong. His only issue is that his AI's stupid, for lack of better words. If his AI were, like, slightly more capable and could actually plan a turn in advance, that would be wonderful. But none of these AIs can actually plan ahead, which is really unfortunate. And there's nothing really a modder can do about that unless we wanted to really mess with the game's code. I was wondering if he just fused out a chakra and triple equipped it. That would have been terrifying. Thank you for the Lajin, buddy. Yeah, this is going to be a very quick duel. He'll have 4 summoning power next turn. Oh. Oh. Now, I don't know whose deck that just went into. That's probably an odd one to figure out. Although, Wall of Illusions is incredibly strong. Now, if you want to get one of those early, those are a great thing to get from this guy early game. Whether you're Fiend or not. Because that's it's good removal. So with that, we'll just finish out with a single reincarnation and then be done with the episode. This looks like a good target, so I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed a Aqua Dragon, Spike Seeger, and Cannon Soldier from that. I'll end up using the Cannon Soldier, probably, so... So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.